Emmy, when will you pick me up? You are 3 minutes late. Caroline, do we have any plans for today? I'm going to the movies today with a friend, and we will eat dinner afterward. I told you to pick me up at the station at 9 p.m. Don't tell me you forgot. Oh, about that. I told you I can't pick you up before. I have a 2-year-old daughter. I can't just leave my child and pick you up. Huh? What are you saying now? Usually, you force my son to take care of your daughter. And you're making a fuss about work, aren't you? And now you use your daughter as an excuse? What are you saying? I'm working from home and taking care of my daughter at the same time. I don't force my husband to take care of her. That's a lie. If you want to raise your daughter properly, you should be a full-time housewife. You're insane if you're still working after becoming a mother. A woman is supposed to stay at home, give birth, and raise the children. I know that you hold traditional views, but in today's world, it's common for both parents to work. Women have other roles too, besides raising children. We'll take care of our daughter and work together. So please don't meddle in our family matters. Oh my God! What did you say? You make him do the child care too? Yes, we take care of our daughter together. Don't tell me you make him do the cleaning and laundry too. We share the household chores too. Stephen used to work in a restaurant and he's a good cook. He cooks dinner for me when he doesn't have to work late. I have a very helpful husband and I'm so thankful for it. Jesus Christ! I'm sure he regrets having a useless wife like you from the bottom of his heart. A useless wife? Yes, it's you, a useless wife. You don't take care of your daughter. You don't do housework and you don't cook. You don't even have respect for your mother-in-law. His brother Kevin got a nice, homely, modest wife. It's so depressing that Stephen is stuck with a bratty, foul-mouthed, useless wife. You and Stephen should get divorced right now. I see. I'm not getting a divorce and I can't even pick you up. Please take a cab or the subway home. Whatever. I don't have a choice. I'll give you a break today. Next time, I'll thoroughly give you a lesson on how to be a good wife, so be prepared. Hey, Caroline. This morning you suddenly showed up at our house and started going through things, right? The babysitter told me about it. What's the deal with that? I hadn't gotten the money from the last time yet. So I went to get it. But I couldn't find the cash or the wallet, so I ended up taking that designer bag from the closet. Can you please give it back? Even though you are a mother-in-law, going in without asking and taking stuff? Do you really think that's okay? Oh my God, do you think I'm a thief? Stephen gave me a spare key, you know. Giving a key means it's cool to drop by any time, right? When we bought the house, we gave you a key, but it was meant for emergencies, not an invitation to steal stuff. I don't recall saying anything like what you said. I didn't steal. I considered it payment for the taxi fare I lent you last time. Huh? Taxi fare? Wait, are you talking about the night out with your friend? Exactly. Because you didn't come to pick me up, I had to take a taxi home. So, it's only fair to ask you for the taxi fare, right? I would have asked you directly if you were there. But since you weren't around, I reluctantly took the bag. I don't get what you're saying. I already told you I couldn't come to pick you up from the start. Here we go again. Excuse me? You said you were too busy taking care of your daughter and couldn't come pick me up. When I went to your house today, you had a sitter taking care of your daughter. What the hell is going on? I have to go to the office once a month for a meeting. That's the only day I ask the sitter to take care of my daughter. Then, why didn't you call your sitter last time? There's no reason for that. I'm your mother-in-law. You should respect me. If you get a sitter for a work meeting, you should get a sitter when I ask you to pick me up too. I don't understand your logic. Also, I heard that you said some weird things to my daughter and made her cry. What were you thinking? Oh, that. It wasn't anything weird, okay? I told her that her mom doesn't want to raise her and that she's an irresponsible mom. Why are you saying that? She's only 2 years old. I don't want to hear it from you, who leaves a 2-year-old child behind and goes to work. If you don't want to raise her, you should put her in an orphanage. How dare you? If you don't want to do that, then be a full-time housewife. You can't even take care of your own kid, even though you're the wife. I really can't stand that a woman like that is Stephen's wife. I don't care if you can't stand it. This is between our family. Important things will be decided within our family. Also, I'll talk to Stephen and change the locks on the house. I've had enough of you. Well, why don't you do as you please? Then I'll do as I please. I don't care about the bag that you took anymore. In return, please stay out of our lives. I'm sorry. I was planning to teach you how to mop as part of how to be a good wife training. But my hand slipped and I accidentally splashed a bucket of water on you. What do you mean by that? You suddenly barged into my working room and out of nowhere you threw water at me. I can't believe you did this. I changed the front door lock and haven't given a spare key to you. So, how did you manage to get in? I borrowed it from Kevin. Stephen's brother? Oh, we did give Kevin a spare key for emergencies. Kevin and his wife are also victims of your harassment. So I thought they would sympathize and cooperate. And after discussing it with Stephen, we thought it was a good idea. But somehow it turns out like this. You got completely fooled. You're so dumb. What? Kevin is my dearest son, you know. I raised him strictly because he's the eldest. He's nothing like Stephen, who disrespects his parents. Even in choosing a wife, he listened to me. Finding a meek and obedient wife. Kevin and his wife would do anything for my sake. They probably staged that act to deceive you and get the spare key. What? So, Kevin was on your side from the beginning? I've been fooled. Well, having such a clever eldest son is a relief. You and Stephen should learn from them. I'll educate you until you become obedient to me. I can be very strict, you know. If you're whining over a little water, you won't be able to handle what's coming next. A wife who can't do anything isn't worth living. So, I'll drill into you the essence of being a full-time housewife. First, quit your job. With your level of intelligence, there's no job you can do at home, right? So, just quit that pointless job. I see. Okay, then. I'll fire the person who is doing that pointless job. What do you mean? Are you firing yourself? No, it's Kevin who will be fired. What? What are you talking about? Why is Kevin being fired? You don't have that kind of authority. Then who has the authority? I'm the president of Kevin's workplace. What? Kevin got scolded for being informal with clients, and there are numerous complaints about his conflicts with superiors and colleagues. But he apparently just switched from a toxic company. When I met him off work, he seemed very kind, so I wanted to observe a bit longer, but it turns out his kindness was an act, and he didn't even know who the president of his own company was. You're Kevin's company president? That can't be true. Being a woman with a child, you shouldn't be a president. It's common sense for women to protect the home while men work outside. A company led by a woman won't succeed. We aim to eliminate such biases and discrimination and strive for gender equality, allowing people to work in a style that suits them. That's our company's stance. Personally, I have a 2-year-old daughter, so prioritizing childcare, caregiving, and other personal matters. We need highly skilled individuals who can still deliver results at work. Kevin never mentioned you are the president. My exceptionally talented son works in a company led by a woman? I can't believe it! I'm surprised that he didn't know about it either. When we spoke last time, he seemed very polite. And since I mostly work remotely, we didn't have many chances to meet at the office. But knowing the president's name is common sense, isn't it? Oh, sorry, is this another prejudice? Employees should naturally know their president's face and name. It's rude for someone at such a low level not to know, right? Sorry, I'll correct myself. Are you making fun of my son? Yes. Oh my God, stop it! I won't tolerate my son being fired. He can't be fired for such a stupid reason. What reason are you talking about? Just because I threw water at my daughter-in-law. It's stupid that my son gets fired because of that. Well, that did annoy me, but that's not the direct reason for his termination. What? I mentioned earlier that there had been complaints about Kevin's work attitude, right? In addition, what was decisive was giving the key to you. What's wrong with that? It's a matter of information leakage. He just gave the key to his mother. What information did he leak? Tell me. Well, not only the front door of our house, but you also opened the door to my working room, right? Of course. I brought a bucket of water from home to teach you a lesson. But your room was locked, causing me trouble. And I remember he gave me 2 keys, and luckily one of them was the key to your room. When I gave the key to him, I told him not to lend or give it to anyone due to confidential work information. Even though I work from home, my office is like the president's office, so there's confidential information that shouldn't leak, so I usually lock the door. Except for my 2-year-old daughter, I don't allow my family to enter my room. However, he gave the key to you, seemingly attempting to deliberately leak information. Well, he didn't know you were the president. It can't be helped, right? Do you think such an excuse is acceptable? Of course. My son did nothing wrong. That's what you think. I just called the HR department and they've sorted the things out. Unfortunately, your son has lost his job. What? He's fired just like that? The official notice will come later, but he doesn't have to work starting tomorrow, so please inform him. Your strict discipline is the reason why he ended up like this. Hold on! I can't tell him that! What will Kevin think if he finds out? If you can't say, that's fine too. The termination is confirmed, and whatever you did, it won't change anything now. It's not officially decided yet, right? I apologize for throwing water. Can you forgive me? Oh, speaking of water, thanks to you who poured a bucket of water into my office, my work PC and equipment got damaged. So, we'll be making a compensation claim on behalf of the company. What do you mean? You're demanding money? Of course. You can replace the equipment with new ones if you'd like, but some are purchased from specialized vendors, so I don't think an amateur like you can replace all of them. So, yeah, I think it'll easily exceed $10,000, but we'll calculate it officially later and send you the bill. $10,000? Oh, and please pay it all at once. There's no way I can pay for that. Then borrow money or whatever it takes to pay. Well, I'll start calculating the damages now, so... Wait a moment, please. Okay, I understand. It's about the designer bag from the other day, and you're upset, right? What? I admit it was expensive compared to the taxi fare. I got a bit greedy. I'm sorry. I'll return it, so please don't fire my son. I don't need that kind of bag anymore. I'll give it to you now, but in return, please pay the compensation properly. I'll pay. It can't be helped. But please go a bit easier on me. I can't afford to pay $10,000. Oh, and please return the spare key. And please never involve with our family ever again. Don't say such things. I'll go to your house now and apologize, so please Don't fire my son! After that conversation, Caroline came to my house and apologized. However, at that moment, Stephen, who heard the incident, left work early and came home. Stephen got furious with her, and he decided to cut ties with her and told her to never get involved with us again. He also ensured that she promised to pay the full compensation for my company's equipment all at once. Since she insisted on returning the bag, I told her to sell it and use the money towards the compensation. Kevin, who got fired as expected, erupted in anger at his mother and went rampage. Caught up in the commotion, Kevin's father and wife exploded from years of stress, angrily confronted their spouses with a divorce, succeeded in kicking them out of the house. Caroline took out a loan and paid the compensation all at once. Later, when she hit a rough patch financially and tried reaching out to friends, it turned out all of them somehow sensed the trouble, yet not a single one offered any help. Now, Kevin is back in a toxic company where he used to work. Caroline is working part-time, living in an incredibly frugal life to pay off debt.